Okay, this one's giving like a lot of celebratory energy here. Okay, it is giving a lot of karmic energy. I feel like somebody celebrated too soon, and your divine masculine is still fixated on you or caught up on you, so much to the point where they may have even said your name in their sleep. It would have been something really bizarre and something uncontrollable. And I feel like it just blew this thing open again between you two. Okay, it is very dense, tense, aggressive, conflicting energy happening right now in the masculine's life. What I'm getting is like you've not been in contact with this masculine, okay? You've not spoken with them ever since the incident. I feel like the incident was you two connecting, and you may not have known that they were married or that they were with somebody else. Whatever the case was, you were unaware of the karmic energy. But once you became aware, I feel like you would have backed out of this completely, and you left two people very fixated on your energy, okay? I feel like in order to move past this, okay, these two, the karmic didn't decide to hold this masculine accountable for stepping outside of their relationship and having this connection with the divine feminine. I feel like more so this karmic energy was like, let's get married, okay, let's have a baby, let's move to a new country and start a new life. Let like anything you can possibly do to avoid the fact that this man is not connecting with you intimately, romantically, so much to the point where his heart is somewhere else. Okay? Instead of dealing with that, let's buy a new car, buy a new home, take a new trip. Okay? It's going to look like some kind of celebratory energy. Now, this whole celebrating too soon, I feel like somebody feeling like a flat tire, right? I feel like, especially at night, they're sleeping with one eye open. They're having to monitor this masculine when he sleeps because he's been mumbling things. He's been saying your name in his sleep. I feel like he's been dreaming about you a lot and longing for you ever since you've backed away. Like, I feel like the communication was like Queen of Swords, like, boom, you don't know me, like, we're strangers, don't find me. Some of you might have changed your number, like, some of you might have completely just disappeared from their existence. And their mind is trying to wrap itself around like what happened here, okay? Because I'm seeing that they're left with this feeling of longing for you and missing you. So I don't know who this is for. I've tried to do this reading several times, and some way or another I just get interrupted or lost with my words, or it just feels like the energy becomes very, very dense and especially heavy in like my throat area. So I do feel like your masculines could be having a hard time trying to explain themselves right now, or they could be getting into a lot of arguments over a connection to someone that they haven't spoken to. I feel like for some of you it could be months or years, right? So I feel like the karmic price somebody is paying is celebrating too soon. Like, that's not how you deal with somebody, going off and having a connection with somebody else, like, you don't bury it up by getting married or getting pregnant or moving to a new country and trying to start a new life. So I feel like the feelings for the divine feminines never fully got dealt with, and it just got buried instead, and that's why it's coming up in his dream state, okay? Because I feel like this has been going on for a while, where he's been tossing and turning, he hasn't been able to sleep. Also, too, another thing I'm getting is like the late night thing. Like, he could be like dreaming of you, for example, right? And saying your name and then suddenly waking up. And then I feel like the whole time they've got the karmic beside them, sleeping with one eye open. They will observe your masculines, get up out of bed, check if the karmic's asleep, put on, a little sweater, whatever, little hoodie, go downstairs and, take a glass of water. And then they may get curious for a minute or two, pull out their phone. They might check up on you and see what it is you're up to. Okay, so I feel like unresolved feelings, they're resurfacing. Okay, so let's see what the masculine's current energy is. What is going on there? What is his current energy? What's happening with the masculines? Okay, so we have ego, vanity, pride. Yeah, interesting. I feel like this is more so a lot of the karmic energy that is it could be swirling around in that space. Like somebody thought they was tapas, you know, somebody thought they was the best grade, right? Someone thought like, no, like I'm gonna hold on to this, like I'm the best of the best, like mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Like I am, like, you know what it was? Somebody held on to this because they refused to like lose this connection in this way. It wasn't going to be because he was like, you know, like dissatisfied in some way or connecting with you, divine feminines. Like it wasn't going to be that this connection wasn't going to end in that way, because I feel like it was messing with somebody's ego or their pride or their vanity. They couldn't lose to you, divine feminine. This person may have like some kind of superiority complex, or they feel superior to you in some way. I don't know if there could be like some kind of differences between you two. This could be differences of ethnicity, okay? And I know that's sad to say, but there are some people, especially in karmic energies, who are like that. Like you could be a different race, and because they're a particular race, they could look down on you. They could look down on your social status, whatever it is you may do for work or your job. They might think that their lifestyle with the divine masculine, it far outweighs what it is you may have, not knowing that riches come from spirit, right? Not based off of material things. And this is what they're learning, because it's like no matter how, like I have demand, right? No matter how much she have demand, she never has him in that sense. And someone's vanity or like their ego, everything is shattering, okay? That's what all of these arguments are about as well, because like someone's tower is falling where they're feeling like they're not the best, and that's why they held on so tightly. It's because this disconnection from your masculine, it would have ended their celebrations, okay? And I'm also seeing like with the tower, I'm seeing a house as well, okay? Somebody celebrated too soon. It's coming off as like the only reason they were in this connection with your masculine was because of what they had materially, okay? But it's that very desire for that material need that kept causing his disconnect with that person even now, okay? So even though your masculines may be with the karmic energies, I feel like they're exhausting their resources. There's no romantic or emotional connection there. It is more so like this, it's like this celebratory energy of, you know, look at us and we're happy, and we're trying to really prove to the world that we're happy and that this incident didn't happen. It's like damage control. That's what I feel was happening in the divine masculine's life. Somebody had to protect their ego. I feel like the minute family, friends, community started finding out that the divine masculine would have like stepped outside of that karmic situation, part of them celebrating and getting married or traveling or just, you know, really like showing off this relationship between them is stronger than ever, that is all shattering, because I feel like the truth is still coming up to the surface. Like your name is coming back up after these people celebrated that, like, oh, whatever that was nothing. Look, our connection is going to stand the test of time. And boom, the dark night of the soul. Look at that. That tower is shaking, right? Because it's like the same celebratory thing that they had to show how that relationship is rock solid and ain't nothing tearing it down is now the same two people sitting here in a house having to deal with your energy like some kind of ghost in there. You're like a ghost in this house, divine feminine, because I feel like when your divine masculine like leaves that bed at night, they're going downstairs to meet you, right? But you're not really there, which is why they're going downstairs to meet your ghost, right? If I can't be next to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. I'll miss you more. That was the type of energy that was happening there, right? Like that's some soul, right? I miss you more than life, okay? This is the dark night of the soul. It's that cloud. It's the dark cloud in this home that could not help but reveal itself. Your masculines are in a constant state of like missing you, wanting your forgiveness, regretting a lot of their decisions. Okay, and I feel like this whole big celebrating too soon, whatever display of affections, it really wasn't genuine. And they're finding themselves day after day feeling like they're stuck in this loop of trying to prop up somebody on a pedestal who doesn't belong there. Okay, imagine how like grimy that would be, you know, really trying to like show off this relationship, even though deep down inside you're just like, damn, this is really not where I want to be. You know, their heart's not in it. So, yeah, look at that spark and renewal. That was that celebratory energy. They thought that they were going to renew the spark by celebrating, and that celebratory energy came to an ending real quick. Now this connection is blown open again, okay? Cycle's completed. I feel like whatever celebratory energy, it's now come to a close. No more laughing, no more champagne popping, right? And standing on couches and tables and celebrating. Now everybody's private and they quiet and they moving low key and yeah. Because part of the celebratory energy as well was making sure that you saw that too, Divine Feminines. Making sure that you saw who the clear choice was. But in his heart of hearts, right, it doesn't matter what pops off on the outside. I feel like in the heart of hearts, it's coming out. Okay, it's coming out in the conflict energy, what the truth is, right? Because you two are in separation, but the man is longing for you, right? You two were forced to go through some kind of separation. And your divine masculines are, like this puppy dog with their tail between their legs, right? Having to deal now with somebody's ego, vanity, pride. That mirror is breaking. That mirror is like, lady, please stop talking to me day after day, right? You want to know who the real divine feminine is? You want to know who the fairest of them all is? Shut your mouth at night and listen to the man in his sleep, right? Let the man talk. He'll tell you everything. You bother in me. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Okay, the mirror's like, listen to the man in his sleep. He will tell you, right? But somebody tried to tie up his soul. Okay, and they're not getting the best version of him. They're not getting that version of him that they wanted. They're getting somebody who is tossing and turning in their sleep, moping around the house, missing you. Whoever they're with, they're having to plan all of these celebrations and take all of the photos and post it all on social media. Meanwhile, like, from your divine masculines, the energy behind the scenes here, guys, is they're longing for you. They're missing you. All of these fake celebrations you guys are seeing, nah. The vibes is that this whole connection between you two has been blown open again. Okay? So, that is what I have for this one. I hope you guys have found clarity. I love you guys. If you'd like a personal session, reach me over at hipseat.com. You guys can schedule a session, call or text me if I'm online. But if I'm offline, make sure you schedule a session, okay? Love you guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you soon.